Hello there. Thanks for joining me again for my, video 3, kind of part 2 of everything going on. Just a reminder, I am not a professional. This is 100% for home fun costuming. I actually have absolutely no idea what I'm doing with posting all of this, so it's not like I'm trying to make money or anything like that. But happy go fun times. So I got everything in. I got started on the big plume, and then I went to try and do the turban, but I will get into that later. For the feathers, I got them all in. An important thing was before I got them, I looked at a lot of reviews on them because I didn't know what size to get, this, that, or the other. And there are some of them that said they were like 10, 12 inch. But then in the reviews, people posted pictures that they were like 6 inches and they returned them, or 2/3 of them came in all broken and nasty. But I was very lucky with the ones that I got. They had decent reviews. They looked okay. I mean, yeah, every now and then, like I got one that was a little, sorry, I have a really like loud background in my living room. They're not like the best looking on top. Or I mean, some of them are wider than others, but overall I was probably really happy with, out of 3 packets, 80% of them. But yeah, some of them looked really nice. That's exactly what I was looking for. So when I got them, it was just kind of just blowing them out, shaking them out to get them to look like that. Some of them are smaller than others, but not really anything you can't work with, because let's face it, it's a $9 pack of feathers. It's not going to be plucked fresh from the ostrich by any means. So after I got those and I got those all in, I realized, so I ordered 1 packet that I talked about that I thought I ordered 2. Turns out I ordered 1. So I ordered another one, but then somehow when I ordered the other one, that one ended up being 2. So I had 3. So I was like, okay, I'm going to have a ton of these left over. I'll probably send one of them back, whatever I want to do. But it actually worked out really well, because I will go over how I kind of needed the 3rd pack, because this did not work out like it did in my head, which is fine. Because the big thing is just to have a vision and a goal, and then it's step number 2 to actually make it come out like it did in your head. And it's not always going to. And I am very actually picky about that. And then I get myself down, and then I remember, like, Erin, oh my God, this is going to be at nighttime. Nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to notice all the little itty bitty things that you notice, which it just dawned on me. I had one other thing I was going to show you. Hold tight. Okay, sorry. If you know me, I am a great big scatterbrain, and I go off the rails of my thought process very easily. But I got a little extra. I was kind of talking about doing the little Essence of Llama bottle. I'll go over that in a hot minute. Anyway, so I ended up getting it all done. And I was originally gonna, tie it down on the dress and this, that, which I got the dress in, it fits. It's really loose and baggy, so I might just like tie something in the middle of it to trim it down a little bit. But overall, again, overthinking it, not that big of a deal. But I was able to get it done. I did not, oh my goodness, hot glue, be careful too. Like, you will find hot glue strands until the end of your living days on things sometimes. It's really annoying. But I was able to get it done. It does tie around. I was originally going to tie it down, but it looks okay that way, but it gets really like floppy that way. And so I learned that I had to like tie it up. So I need to figure out a way to like fasten it here without all this hanging down. So I might just do like a snap or a piece of Velcro, because again, especially something as big and bulky and floofy as this, you want to be able to take it off easily and not be stuck with it flapping in the wind. Or if you have someone behind you on like a smaller ride, then they can't see anything. So it's kind of rude. I'm really big on blocking people's view on stuff. Don't ask, it's just a thing. I think when you have kids, you get a little more sensitive to people that do that, but whatever. But it came out really well, really nice. I ended up having to add more down on the sides because it was originally just sticking straight up. So kind of like I talked about before, it was a trial and error. It is cut on an arch, and originally I had the arch like this big, and it just wasn't working out, and I couldn't figure out what it was, but I already had the feathers glued onto it. when I realized that. So I was like, oh crap. And I was trying to like trim into it without cutting the feathers, but this is where my third pack of feathers actually came in very handy. So my original thing I did, so the inside looks really bad, but again, no one's gonna see it, so it's not that big of a deal. So on the arch, I just took every feather and I hot glued it down individually. And then I took leftover foam and then hot glued that on top of everything. So you can see I got like a little weird over here. And then I just glued down the strings or the ribbon to attach it. But again, so I did that, everything was fine. But on the back, I had like that big black part right there. And it just didn't look right. It didn't look good. It would have bothered me. But then I remembered, ding, I have an extra packet of feathers. So I took it, the exact same thing, glued all of them down, except I used leftover felt so it wouldn't be as big and bulky. And I just glued like a piece over each one of them to kind of smooth it out, keep that there. Yes, it's not a perfect arch, but that's okay. Again, I only kind of know what I'm doing. I just build these for fun because they make me happy. And especially this year, since my son and I go every single year to this party, and then last year everything kind of fell apart and we didn't get to go. It was a big bummer. So that's why I'm being kind of extra picky on myself about this. But I was really happy with getting this done, and it was a lot of trial and error to put it on and to get like it was adding more, cutting more off. But again, it was nice. I had a whole extra pack of feathers. So I probably used 2.5 total just making this to have those 2 layers on there. And I really liked it. It looks good. I was happy with it. It probably took me maybe 45 minutes, less than an hour. So that's not bad. I think I ended up spending $30 on feathers. I don't remember ordering 3 packets, but somehow I did. I thought I spent 20, but maybe it was 30. But whatever, that was a complete accident on my part. And then the foam and the felt are like less than $1 a piece. Ribbon comes off a big roll. So this and the actual dress are the most expensive part of the whole thing. But so I got that done. Oh my gosh, hot glue. It's a hot mess. Okay. Before I get into the turban, because that ended up being something that great in your head, but it did not come out. It wasn't a good thing. I did end up getting on Etsy, I found a little bottle. It has like a little charm on it because it's for like little actual like potions and things like that. But I can take this off, but it weighs barely anything. I want to say this was like $6, and like the little cork comes out. And since it's really light, it's going to be okay to hang on a necklace to have. And then, so I can just draw the little llama sticker, pop that on there. And then I thought to myself, how do I plus this and make it even better so that it looks like, how do I make it purple, whatever. I was able to find on Amazon, it was on Etsy. The bottle was Etsy and this was Etsy too, for like $5. It's a whole bag of little itty bitty glow sticks. So I figure I want to use like blue and purple ones. So then when it gets dark, all I have to do, I'll fill it before so they're in there and then just crack them. See, like this one ends up being purple. And then I can just open up the bottle, fill that up and drop those in there so that, yes, it's going to take a lot of them. There's like 500 of them in here. It's a lot. But then I can end up having it glow at nighttime to make it look like the potion is actually in there. So that was one of those aha moments. And I was really, really happy that that came together. But again, that was I checked every single craft store. I looked here and there. I looked on Amazon, and it wasn't until finally scrolling on Etsy that I was lucky enough to find that bottle. Had to dig deep for that one, for sure. Okay, so I originally ordered, I was talking about a wig cap for the top to hold all my hair in. Holy moly, I put that thing on. I don't see how it would even fit a toddler. It was so tight. I'm like, there is absolutely no freaking way I'm going to be able to keep this on you're allowed to go in at 3:30 and it's over at 11. No way possible. So I'm like, okay, I have to scrap this whole thing and figure out how to get my hair up in here and make it easy. Plus, also back to my Sorry, I'm really distracted. There's like 3 squirrels outside. Hence I was Doug for Halloween 2 years ago. But trying to get all my hair inside. And then I realized if I were to ever take it off, it looked really freaking ridiculous to have this black wig cap on. Like, I don't know, my own personal like self-conscious kind of set in with that. So I'm like, okay, so I need to have it fit all in here without it being bulky. So I ended up just taking the little itty bitty clear hair ties and I just tied back one part and then the rest of it so that it wasn't a big bulky thing, and just was able to push that up and get everything in here just fine. And it didn't show and it wasn't a big deal. So I was like, okay, cool, I can take that. So I have my leftover feathers from my plume and I can just glue those onto the back and ta-da, everything's fine. And then I realized, taking my own advice of being able to take things off. This is gonna be a pain in the butt to try and take off over and over and over and then shove my hair back up in it. So I'm like, okay, maybe I can find a way to take these, put them on here and make just that detachable. And then I realized that I am way overthinking and overcomplicating this whole thing. So I think I'm just gonna make it so this comes off, it's fine, put it back on and tuck my hair up in it. Again, it's just, I'm really hard on myself about things like this because I just really want things to look good. It's something I like to do. Sometimes my brain just doesn't stop when it comes to wanting to be creative and think of things and how to make them better and better and better and plus everything. So for now, this is where I'm at. I'm going to figure out, I'm thinking I'm just gonna get like a little tiny piece of Velcro and like glue. I can't glue this directly onto the Velcro, so I'm not 100% sure how that's gonna work. If you're watching this, I know you know me in person, so just message me if you have any ideas that I'm not thinking of. But I'll attach that to that, and then basically I'll be ready to go with mine, and I can start on Travis's. Again, I have not thought about how to do his hat yet, but his should come together fairly well. Since he's so little, it's going to be a lot of just measuring him and just trial and error and over and over and over and making sure his is comfortable because he's a kid. I think as adults, we can all tolerate to be uncomfortable for fashion for a while, but he can't. So I will get back with you when I have this done. Thanks for coming on this little journey with me. I hope you're having fun because I sure am. And I'll see you later.